Hello everyone and welcome to this session of programming with Java. So we will continue our discussion on the selection statement and we will see the switch statement in Java programming language. So switch statements are very much similar to the if-else-if ladder, where we saw that we had multiple conditions and with their corresponding statement, and we have to design a program keeping in mind with the all condition and with the all corresponding statement. So switch statements are very much like that, but instead of defining the multiple condition, we define the multiple cases according to the value of expression. So for example, we have different cases here like case 1, case 2, case 3 and case 4 and a default value. So according to the value of expression, the corresponding case will be executed. That is, for example, let's say the value is very much in the sync with the case 2. So case 2 will be executed and statement 2 will be executed and our program will break or our program will terminate it and reach to the end. And if neither of these three cases are satisfied by the value of the expression, then our program will execute the default condition. So statement 5 will be executed and then break will occur. Now we will discuss about the break statement, which is an example of jump statement in the jump statement session. But right now we will use break for the termination of our program when certain case gets satisfied or certain expression value is in sync with the case value and that case get executed. So the general syntax of the switch statement is, we first write the switch keyword followed by the expression followed by the curly braces, and afterward we will define the different case values. So for example, here we have defined three cases values, and if either of these case values are not true, then we will execute the default values of our sequence. So for example, here we have defined the first case as a value 1. So if the value of expression is value 1, then the first case, that is this case, will be executed and statement sequence will be executed. Similarly, if the value of the expression is value 2, then this case will be executed. And similarly, if the value of the expression is value 3, then this case will be executed. And if the value of the expression is neither value 1, value 2 or value 3, then the default statement sequence will be executed in our Java. So let's look at a problem statement. Suppose we have to design a program that take an integer value and return the corresponding month. So if we identify the expression here, our expression, let me draw it. So our expression is basically the input integer value, which could be 1, 2, 3 to the point 12, because there are 12 months in a year. And the different cases are that if the value of expression, that is case, is 1, then our program will give January as an output. And similarly, for case 2, our program will get Feb, and for case 3, our program will get March as an output. Because these are the different cases, and these cases or these values which the user input is first evaluated or checked with the value of the expression, and if these expression values correspond with the different cases, then that statement or that statement sequences will be executed. So let's head over to Java and see how this can be designed in Java programming language. So first we will define a variable which will be of integer data type month, such that we can store the integer value in it. Afterward, we will first use the switch keyword followed by the condition, that is month in our case, followed by the different curly braces. And now within these curly braces, we will define our various cases. So first we will write case followed by, if the value of month is equals to 1, so we will write case 1 and followed by the colon sign. Notice we are using the colon sign here instead of the semicolon sign. And afterward we will write system dot out dot println January, because the month corresponding to the one value is January, because January is the first month of the year. And afterward After executing this print statement, we want our program to terminate, so that's why we will use the break statement. So now we have to repeat these cases multiple number of times. So I will just copy it, and after it I will print it multiple numbers of time. So we will print again. Let's do it 5 times. I think 5 times is enough, and replaces the different case values by their corresponding statement values. So for case 2 we have Feb, for case 3 we have the month of March, for case 4 we have a corresponding month of, let's say, April, and for case 5 we have a corresponding month of June. So now we have designed our program with the 5 different cases and the respective values. So now we have to give some value to our month. Let's say we give it a value of 2. So if I will run it, we will get Feb as an output, because as soon as we give month as a value of 2, then our Java program or compiler will jump to the case 2 value and will execute the corresponding statement. So the corresponding statement to case 2 is February, and our program will return an output of Feb, and it will break from the program. Similarly, if we remove this month with a value of, let's say, 4 and run again, our program will jump to the value of case 4 and will execute its corresponding statement, which is April in our case. So it will print out April, and followed by the April statement execution, it will jump to the break statement and our program will terminate again. So this is how we perform the switch statement in Java programming language. So that concludes our selection control statements in Java. From the next session, we will see the iterative control statements. In that we will see the different loops, namely while loop, for loop and do while loop in Java. So that's all for this session. Thank you.